This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
Welcome to the Barbados Today Evening Update for Monday, April 13th. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. Our top story, the vexing issues facing the Alma Paris Memorial and the Parkinson Memorial Secondary Schools, salary negotiations, and the contentious issue over school-based assessment projects are just some of the issues under the microscope at the annual General Conference of the Barbados Union of Teachers, now underway at the Alma Bay Conference Center. President Pedro Shepherd tells Barbados Today those issues have been festering for too long and needed a closer look to determine the course of action going forward. Shepherd says the issue of the establishment of a Teachers Service Commission by the Ministry of Education will also be raised in a bid to address the concerns of educators. In other news, police investigations continue into an apparent suicide in the city. At approximately 7 o'clock this morning, 67-year-old Lester Dash was discovered by his friend Edwin Walters hanging from the roof of his home located at 3rd Avenue, Paris Gap, Westbury Road, St. Michael.
I did not sleep in the house last night, so I come in this morning and find him lying down on the ground. He put tie around his neck and he hanged himself. So I called in the police and everybody.
Dash was a former ancillary worker with the Royal Barbados Police Force. Meantime, a 32-year-old St. Michael man has been charged with last night's fire in Brandon's Gap, Deacons St. Michael. Ryan Clement Benn, who also resided at the house which was destroyed in the blaze, will appear in the District A Court to answer one count of arson. 2 mechanic workshops were also destroyed in the fire allegedly set by Ben, who reportedly has a mental history. 2 cars were also damaged in the blaze that occurred around 10 minutes to 7 last night. The head of the Global Adult Industry Association is taking steps to highlight the issue of child prostitution in the country. Charlie Spice Lewis says authorities need to be educated on the matter, which he maintains has been swept under the carpet for too long. The concerned GAIA president tells Barbados Today that he sounded his concerns on the plight of the nation's children 3 years ago, but it fell on deaf ears, and he is now preparing to hold a public consultation on the issue. Lewis was not prepared to divulge how prevalent the situation was, but he is adamant that one child caught in the prostitution ring is one too many for the country.
I will tell you at this point that I have been totally immersed in adult entertainment for over 30 years. And now I'm the president of an association that is responsible for finding out these things. And everything that goes on with commercial sex in Barbados, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world filters back to me eventually. So I have full ability to anyone in Barbados to know that this is happening. I don't see anyone being able to challenge me. What statistics do they have? So that is as much as I will say at this point, because I do plan to put together a public discussion, and I will invite all the authorities. I will invite the Child Care Board. I will invite the Parent Teachers Association, the Council of Parent Teachers Associations. I will also invite the Police Department. I want to invite also the Minister for Social, for the Youth, and also the Minister for Education and the Minister for Health, because there's a health implication. And then I will divulge exactly where this is coming from.
There is a call for Barbadians to be kinder and more understanding to the plight of the less fortunate in this society. It comes from former MP and head of the Caribbean Congress of Community Practitioners, Hamilton Lashley. Singling out those who work at the Welfare Department, Lashley maintained that there is a need for a more humane approach when dealing with the less fortunate.
I have witnessed some of the maltreatment by some of these personnel, trained personnel, to these persons who are exposed to the vulnerabilities of our society due to the economic hardships and downturn.
In sports, reigning Premier League champions Barbados Defence Force Sports Program saluted their fans last night with a 4-3 victory over Rendezvous, and in the process handed the Christchurch side their first defeat of the 2015 season. The BDFSP are now in third position on 13 points.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
A test of character, a test of focus, a test of will, a test of resilience, a test of courage. Barbados, the test is on. West Indies, England, May 1st at the Mecca. Tickets $30, $40, $50, and $60. It's on.
Are you Barbados is on?
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Barbados, are you ready for Movado?
She says our destiny to get next to me.
FAS Entertainment presents the Digicel Reggae Beach Party, Sunday, April 19th at the all-new Reggae Island from 3 p.m. featuring the new sensation, Gully Bop,
Every girl want to walk off
Popcorn, the return of Movado, plus Lead Pipe and Status, Brutal, Kirk Brown, Mad Dog, Peter Ram, Celebrity Face, Lady Essence, Stiffy, Mole, and Slims. MC Jamar the Star. The Digicel Reggae Beach Party, Sunday, April 19th at the all-new Reggae Island, Pierhead Lane, Lower Bay Street from 3 p.m. It begins here.
We pick up with regional news in Jamaica, where the possession of small quantities of marijuana for medical and religious purposes will be legal as of Wednesday. The government today passed the Dangerous Drugs Amendment Act, commonly referred to as the Ganja Law. Minister of Justice Mark Golding believes that the new law will reap positive rewards for the country, especially when it comes to the police and young men. And finally, on the international scene, Nigerian leaders and the international community have not done enough to get the 219 schoolgirls back home. That's strong criticism from Nobel Peace Laureate Malala on the eve of the one-year anniversary of their kidnapping by Boko Haram militants. In a letter penned to the girls entitled A Message of Solidarity, Love and Hope, Malala, who called the girls her brave sisters, assured them that she's doing all in her power to ensure that they are freed.
Refusing to forget about the missing girls. Across the capital, they tied ribbons to symbolize the 219 students who are still being held. This is all we've seen of the girls from Chibok in the year since they were taken from their school dormitories at night. Even today, Chibok is still difficult to reach. The danger of a Boko Haram attack remains. The entire community has been traumatized by the abductions. For Pindar, the past year has been agony as she waits for news of her youngest daughter, Maimuna.
I know that she is alive and I will see her. Sometimes I go inside and arrange her clothes, believing that God will bring her back to me.
Her younger sister struggles every day with her loss.
I feel lonely whenever I see sisters walking together. I wish it was me and her.
And with that, we come to the end of our Barbados Today evening updates, but we'll be back again tomorrow. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune into Channel 101 online TV as well as Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. To have a wonderful evening.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, Let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy.